Major WWE announcement after screwing Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. You know what absolutely grinds my gears? When someone who's supposed to be family, someone who's supposed to have your back, turns around and stabs you right in it. And that's exactly what we just witnessed on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu didn't just screw Cody Rhodes, he humiliated him, he betrayed every single fan who believed in the Bloodline's so-called unity, and now he has the audacity to make a major announcement like nothing happened? Are you kidding me right now? Let me paint you the picture of what went down, because if you missed Friday SmackDown, you missed one of the most controversial, jaw-dropping moments of the year. Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champion, the man who finished his story, was in the middle of what should have been a routine match. But Jacob Fatu, the so-called Samoan Werewolf, the enforcer, the muscle of the Bloodline, decided that loyalty meant absolutely nothing. In the most cowardly fashion imaginable, Fatu blindsided Cody with a devastating superkick that could have taken his head clean off his shoulders, followed by a moonsault that shook the entire ring. The referee didn't see it. Cody's opponent capitalized. And just like that, our champion was left lying in the center of that ring, staring at the lights, wondering what the hell just happened. But here's where it gets even more infuriating. Less than 24 hours after this betrayal, Jacob Fatu took to social media and WWE's official platforms to make what he's calling a major announcement. This man has the nerve to act like he's some kind of revolutionary, some kind of game changer, when all he really is a snake, a coward, a turncoat who couldn't hack it playing by the rules, so he had to resort to the lowest, most pathetic tactics possible. Now before we dive into what this announcement actually is, let me ask you something, and I want you to drop your answer in the comments right now. Do you think Jacob Fatu acted alone, or is there someone pulling his strings behind the scenes? Because that's the million-dollar question that everyone's asking, and honestly, the implications could reshape the entire WWE landscape. Let's rewind for just a second and talk about how we got here. The Bloodline has been an unstoppable force in WWE for years now. We've seen Roman Reigns dominate as the tribal chief. We've watched the Usos become the greatest tag team of this generation. We saw Solo Sikoa step up and try to claim leadership. And when Jacob Fatu arrived, everyone thought he was going to be the final piece of the puzzle, the ultimate enforcer who would cement the Bloodline's legacy for generations to come. This man came in with a reputation that preceded him. The Samoan Werewolf, one of the most feared competitors in independent wrestling. A man whose mere presence struck fear into the hearts of his opponents. But what has he really accomplished since arriving in WWE? Sure, he's been impressive in the ring. Sure, he's shown flashes of brilliance. But has he proven himself to be anything more than a hired thug? Has he shown any loyalty, any honor, any respect for the business that gave him this incredible opportunity? The answer, as of Friday night, is a resounding no. Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, represents everything that's right about professional wrestling. This is a man who left WWE, went out and conquered the independent scene, became one of the biggest names in the world, and then came back with one mission: to finish his story and win the championship that eluded his legendary father. And he did it, against all odds, despite every obstacle, despite the Bloodline trying to stop him at every turn. Cody Rhodes became WWE champion. He's defended that title with honor. He's faced every challenger. He's been a fighting champion in the truest sense of the word. So for Jacob Fatu to target him, to blindside him like a coward in the middle of a match, that's not just an attack on Cody Rhodes. That's an attack on everything this business stands for. That's an attack on integrity, on fair competition, on the very soul of WWE. Here's another question for you to answer in the comments, and be honest with yourselves on this one. Has Jacob Fatu just made the biggest mistake of his career, or is this the beginning of something that could actually elevate him to main event status? Because I've got to admit, as much as this makes my blood boil, there's a part of me that recognizes the genius behind the strategy. Nothing gets you more attention in this industry than betrayal. Nothing gets you more heat than turning on a beloved champion. Now, let's talk about this so-called major announcement that Fatu dropped. According to reports that have been circulating online and through various WWE sources, Jacob Fatu has declared that his actions on SmackDown were just the beginning. He's claiming that he's done taking orders, done being in anyone's shadow, and done playing second fiddle to anyone in the Bloodline or anywhere else in WWE. He's announcing his intention to go after the WWE Championship himself, and he's making it crystal clear that Cody Rhodes is standing in his way. But it gets better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. Fatu is reportedly demanding a match with Cody Rhodes at the next premium live event, and he's not asking permission from management. He's not going through the proper channels. is essentially issuing an ultimatum: give him what he wants, or he'll continue to make life a living hell for everyone involved until he gets his opportunity. The sheer arrogance, the unmitigated gall. This man thinks he can just walk into WWE, attack the champion from behind, and then demand a title match. What kind of backwards logic is that? In what world does that make any sense? And yet, here's the thing that really kills me: WWE might actually give it to him. Because controversy creates cash. Because everyone's going to want to see Cody Rhodes get his hands on Jacob Fatu. Because the storyline writes itself, and the buy rates for that match would be through the roof. Let me ask you this, and this is crucial: should WWE reward this kind of behavior by giving Fatu exactly what he wants? Or should they make him earn it the right way, by working his way up through the ranks and proving he deserves a championship opportunity? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is a legitimate debate that speaks to the very core of how WWE should be run. There's also the bigger picture we need to consider here. Where does this leave the Bloodline? Is this Jacob Fatu going rogue and doing his own thing? Or is this all part of some elaborate plan that Solo Psycho or even Roman Reigns orchestrated from behind the scenes? Because let's not forget, Roman Reigns has been mysteriously absent from television recently, and whenever Roman's not around, chaos seems to follow. Could this be the beginning of a new chapter for the Bloodline, with Fatu as the new enforcer carrying out orders we're not privy to yet? Or is this genuinely a split, with Fatu deciding he's tired of being part of a faction and wants to forge his own path? The wrestling world is buzzing with theories right now. Some people think this is Fatu's way of establishing himself as a main event player. Others believe it's a work, and that Cody and Fatu are in on it together to create the most compelling storyline of the year. And then there are those who think WWE management is behind the whole thing, using Fatu as a tool to test Cody's mettle as champion and see how he responds to adversity. Personally, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I believe Jacob Fatu recognized that he was getting lost in the shuffle, that despite his incredible talent and his fearsome reputation, he wasn't breaking through the way he needed to. So he took matters into his own hands in the most explosive way possible. Is it the right way to do things? Absolutely not. Is it going to get him the attention and opportunities he wants? Without a doubt. And that's what makes this whole situation so frustrating and yet so captivating at the same time. We're watching a man destroy his own reputation and relationships for the sake of personal glory. We're watching someone prioritize individual success over collective loyalty. And whether we like it or not, we can't look away. Cody Rhodes hasn't publicly responded to Fatu's announcement yet, but you know it's coming. When Cody speaks, when he addresses this betrayal and this challenge, the entire wrestling world is going to stop and listen. Because Cody's not the type to back down from a fight. He's not the type to let an attack go unanswered. And he's certainly not the type to allow someone to disrespect the WWE Championship and get away with it. Final question for you before we wrap this up: when Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu finally get their hands on each other in an official match, who do you think walks out as WWE Champion? Are you Team Cody, believing that the American Nightmare will overcome this obstacle like he's overcome every other? Or are you Team Fatu, thinking that the Samoan Werewolf is about to shock the world and capture his first major championship in WWE? Let me know in the comments below. This situation is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. Jacob Fatu has made his announcement, he's drawn his line in the sand, and now we wait to see how WWE and Cody Rhodes respond. One thing's for certain, the road to the next premium live event just got a whole lot more interesting, and SmackDown is must-see television right now. If this video got you as fired up as I am, smash that like button, subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 for more breaking news and analysis, and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. We're living through one of the most controversial moments of the year, and you don't want to miss a second of what happens next.